Today I just want to go over about a 6-month update on my D-Mover H4. Not an entire review, but more so just going over what it's been like owning this for the past 6 months, any issues I may have encountered, and updates, and what's coming in the future. Firstly, it's important to take note that I was one of the first adopters of the D-Mover H4. I'm not saying I am the first, but I was one of the first, right? So with that, there might have been some issues and quirks, but so far things have been addressed by D-Mover and will be fixed. For instance, when I first got this bar here wasn't exactly reinforced. They made a thicker version of it with reinforced positions here, and I'll be getting one of those to reinforce because it looks like I have a slight bend down here. As you can see, the angle I was talking about before with this bending just a little bit, this here isn't exactly as parallel. But that's also, there was an issue. The one actuator over there, the screws pulled out just a little bit, but that's being replaced and reinforced. So everything that may have had a little bit of an issue in here is being taken care of, but that's kind of one of the benefits and the risks as an early adopter. So far, maintenance, about once a month, I go around and I check every screw. I go through with an Allen key and I check all of the screws. What have I noticed? Well, this right here on both sides, just a little loose. Actually, you can see it's a little loose right now. So probably about 2 weeks ago I tested this. So it's the only one, and I make it usually pretty tight. If I over tighten it to about the same tension as this screw here, it starts to squeak a little bit, as if it's grabbing a little bit too much tension when there's a pivot. But that's really the only thing that I've noticed maintenance-wise, which is interesting. So that's a plus. Other aspect for maintenance has been advised that roughly about every 6 months, you take this screw off here. That gives you Pedro. Access to the actuators. And then a little bit of lithium grease. All 4 actuators. Close that back up. And that's pretty good. So I'll be doing that now. I have not had to use that or needed it up until just the maintenance purpose of my 6-month mark. And then to address the cogging. If you haven't noticed already, I made a video a little over a month ago addressing that the actuators during precision movements were less than smooth, and it felt like there was micro stuttering or cogging. This has been addressed. This was mostly a software issue. So far with updates, we've improved this probably about 80-85%, with more improvement to come. There's also been some adjustments with the actuators, new firmware, there's a new controller, CAN bus. All of these things will be sent to me, and I'll be able to review and update that, so I want to wait for that as well. But so far, things have been improving. So the cogging is not so much of an issue as much as I was concerned about, which is huge. Also quickly, I want to go over packaging and the assembly for this rig, just briefly, without getting too in-depth. The packaging was phenomenal. I'll show a little bit of that in this video as well. And the assembly, when I actually watched the video from start to finish, it took me 38 minutes without any instructions whatsoever. It's very plug and play. Unpackaging and assembly is probably an hour and a half total, but 38 of actually assembling without instructions. The shipping process was pretty cool. I tracked it via sea freight shipping, using a website that I will link as well. So if somebody purchases this and it's going to cross a body of water, it's easy to go ahead and track in that route as well. Took me probably about 3 months from purchase to receiving it. Don't like sim tools as much as I like Departed Reality Sim Manager. It's much smoother and easier without any bugs, but that's personal preference. I also like the fact that there's virtual motion compensation for VR versus the controller tracking. So what I went ahead and did is I set up PVC that's separated from the motion rig. These controllers, if I need them for VR, are actually not attached to the rig. So when the rig moves, it doesn't wake up the controllers, so that I could use virtual motion compensation and still use hand tracking. I still highly recommend it, and so far, I think that only better things are going to come. So I'm very happy still to this point, and any questions, let me know. Happy to address them.